Bronny can go in front of ESPN.
Nigga, my mama gonna go to war, nigga. I don't give a fuck how old she is or how old I am. So if I got a pops, that nigga gonna do this. Well, he better do this. That's right.
Yeah.
But now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see Shedeur'S.
Right, it's about to
You know
get worse.
Dion already
none of that.
We all saw what we saw, and you know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's all
like,
that
when you a teammate, he push him like, man, like, let's go. He puts him like, get off of me. Get off of me. Get off me.
No, don't touch me.
Was it worth the 30,000?
Now?
In the moment.
In that moment.
In the moment.
Use up.
You remember? Was it bingo night? Or was it? 44. You know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But keep it high level. This is gonna just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like this. This is why I'm broke and you got money. this whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's #1 in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is,
I am undefeated. Oh, come on. And me playing basketball, and I just want to line up.
he's getting up.
And show, yeah, we doing this for real.
He's
I want to go rebound. Shoot.
This one?
Cut that up, match. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do.
I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's ugly. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. Y'all know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper, but I would always love to hear from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song I got.
Did you say song. Sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
You really think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail.
Okay, you know what, big dog?
Yes.
I ain't light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now.
Let's get
Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it. Blah, blah, blah. What's cracking like a mackin' from the jacket to the back and G's up, We's up every morning, damn it. People be like, damn dog, you don't go to bed? I was like, yeah, I go to bed after you, but I wake up before you. I've always been this way. Been this way in college, been this way in the pros. I won't say it's the best thing in the world just because it does lead you to injuries. And I was injury prone when I played because I don't think my body fully recovers, but I feel great. I can't sleep anymore. 4 to 5 hours, wrap. So that's how the game goes. But love it, man. Hope you guys understand how much I appreciate you guys in the chat. Let's go here right now. And let's keep it that way, because if y'all don't start saying what I need to hear right now, we might have to cut this stream a little early, as they say down here in Oxford. You know what I'm saying, man? Shout out to Andrew Nance, that dude. Give me love. I see you, Andrew Nance, Corey B. Ish. Says I'm talking in circles again. Maybe it's not me. Maybe it's you. I don't know. I'm long-winded. I'm best for radio. You know, I got a face for TV, but the way I talk is for radio. John Jones says, good morning. Blessings to all you guys out there in the chat. Make sure you go in the chat. That's how we stay the best connected, right? I can't see y'all. Y'all can see me, but we can chop it up through the chat right here. So let's get into it. Yeah, hit the likes, all that, subscribe, all that good stuff, all that helps. This is live and direct snippets. Yes, damn it. Respect. Now, I told y'all I love y'all, but you know, love is fickle because it's a thin line between love and hate. And right now I hate y'all because ain't one person yet said what I need to hear. And I'm about to sing it since y'all don't want to say it. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to me. It's my birthday, y'all. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, DD. Nah, it's my birthday. I am 51 years. I can say old now. I usually say young, but god dang. Like Q said, god dang, I'm glad. I'm glad I'm here, but whoa, 51 is official. Like, be real. When you saw somebody and they were 51, you're like, oh, how's it feel to be in the third quarter of the game? Are you going to finish this game? You going to play all 4 quarters? Oh, man, you never know. You never know. You never know what somebody up to. Just like right now down there in Oxford, people don't know what that boy Lane Kiffin up to. I told him to come to my office. He ain't showed up yet. But when he show up, I'm going to ask him one question. Look that boy in his eyes. Look him in his pupils. And I'm going to ask him one question. Are you an Oxford man? They don't know what the hell Lane Kiffin doing. I don't think Lane Kiffin knows what he's doing. I've been there before where you had a big decision. The public was awaiting it. Free agency. Let me say this. It's my birthday. I can say what I want. Let me pat myself on the back. When free agency hit in 2001, guess who was the #1 free agent on the market? Not #2, not #3, not top 5, #1. It's your boy. I even had some illegal offers. I ain't gonna never tell that team, but boy, they offered me more than I got. I was like, God dang. Well, Lane Kiffin, what they offering you and what you gonna do?
What can you tell us about why we don't know anything just yet?
Good evening, sir. It's always great to spend time with you guys. I think there's still some details that are being finalized and figured out and negotiated with as it pertains to Ole Miss's offensive staff. Obviously, they being Ole Miss, don't want him to take that staff to LSU. Around here, the sentiment is that it's a foregone conclusion.
He gone.
That he's going to Baton Rouge.
He gone.
Now, he has not told me that tonight. I have worn him out today, Dari. All day.
Pause.
And he's been pretty silent for the latter portion of the day. I will say there was a report within the last hour or so that LSU was sending airplanes here to Oxford tomorrow morning. I sent him that report and asked him, is it accurate? And all he wrote me back was no. He texted me back no. So I wish I had a final answer for you, sir, but we're still here and we're still waiting. But certainly the overwhelming sentiment here is that his unwillingness to commit to Ole Miss is a glaring indicator of his desire to go. They feel like if he was staying, he would have already said so.
So this is a playoff team. And this is another decision that Lane and especially Keith Carter have to make. Marty, have you heard anything along the lines of whether Lane coaches this team in the playoff, or once the decision is made and announced, he's a Tiger and no longer a Rebel?
Not definitively. That is something certainly that he is fighting for. He desperately wants to coach the Ole Miss Rebels in the college football playoff, but we don't know yet whether or not he'll be able to do that. That was something that he was adamant about. He said it to me before. So I do believe that that was something that he went into the meeting this evening really adamant that he wanted to do. But we don't know yet whether or not he'll be able to, Dari.
Have you texted him yet to say, please do something, I've got to get home? Have you tried that one yet?
Let me go.
Let me see.
Trying to go home. Good.
Hold on.
Oh, you can do it now.
I love Marty.
I wrote him
He's funny.
at
Look at him. Professional what?
8:46 Central Time and said, Will there be a resolution tonight? Please, God in heaven, tell me yes.
You've tried, man. Great job by you, Marty.
And he did not write me back on that one.
Go get some rest at some point. Thank you for all your work.
Oh, man, let's get up out of here. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, man, they trying to figure it out. They doing them a LeBron decision 3.0 because we just told LeBron 1.0. Y'all haters out there didn't let that man sit up there in that button-down suit, raise $5 million for the Boys and Girls Club, and say, since I didn't go to college, I never had an opportunity to do this, but I am choosing Miami. And y'all hated him for that. I should have known back then. Golly, Skip Bayless for that anti-LeBron hate that built up his platform. And then Stephen A. Smith not really liking him personally and liking Michael Jordan has made y'all not appreciate greatness when you see it. To the point that now we got 3.0 LeBron decision, which is Lane Kiffin's version, and now we can't even appreciate it because all we want to do is, he's an attention whore. He just wants it all about him. He didn't ask for this. He worked for this. He earned this, but he didn't ask for it. The dude just is coaching his butt off, and all of a sudden we all interested, and now we got questions. Just like a fine girl, huh? She ain't asking you to holler at her, but now you mad at her because she don't want to holler back. Can I get your number? No, I'm not really not interested. You're not interested? Nick, if you don't sit your ass down, Ninja, no, she not interested. She got to lie and say she got a boyfriend? Damn, you gonna put put a mark on her damn chest in a character because she don't want you? Who knows what Lane Kiffin wants? Lane Kiffin doesn't know what he wants. Y'all are making this man a prisoner of his own success, and I hate you for it. I am here just because I think he should stay in Ole Miss, but damn it, I think he going to LSU for one reason and one reason only. Everybody talking about the expectations. Everybody talking about how storied the program is. Everybody talking about how big it is. It's about the money, and it ain't the money that's coming to him. It's about the money that's going to the players. And damn it, if you in Louisiana, let's just say you got a better crop of players to choose from than in other places. See, down here in Oxford, boy, we got some good guys that could go. We got some stallions. But that boy up in LSU, they got stallions and tigers. I'm telling y'all, you better leave it alone. You see me spit on the mic? Y'all better leave this man alone. All right, I know how to get y'all. I know how to make y'all upset. Read. People don't like to read. I love to read. Just not books. Okay, the Lane Kiffin saga is finally coming to an end. All right, they just kind of summed up what we said. It'd be a shock if he didn't sign it and go to LSU because as of late Saturday, they had a deal on the table to take him and poach him away from Ole Miss. $12 million annually across 7 years. 7 years, 84 plus some incentives and bonuses, making him one of the highest paid coaches in the sport. Like I told you, he ain't sitting out there having a pissing match tomorrow. I got to be the one. Nah, it's a lot to this. So after the game, everybody, we know Marty Smith been stalking him. He got to do it. He got to get his check. Marty Smith is getting paid right now to just text back and forth for Lane Kiffin and get no good response. See, this is the funny thing about life. It's so simple, but we make it difficult. If you hit somebody and they hit you back and they hit you back thorough, they telling you, I want you to know. And this is what's up. When they don't, leave him alone. I know you can't, Marty, really, because of your job, but leave him alone. He ain't going to say nothing. All you're going to do is be on the air longer and longer, and then somebody going to just finally show you that Lane Kiffin's gone. Somebody going to break the news, and it ain't going to be Marty Smith. That's what happened with me and Adam Schefter. Literally the same thing happened. I'll tell you the story after I finish reading. Okay. Well, Florida, LSU courted them, and then Florida said, man, that girl don't really want to go out with me. She just want to go to the damn fancy restaurants. She don't like me. She like Mr. Childs. She don't like me. She like Tao. She don't like me. She like that steak 48. Who ain't been on them dates where you realize about halfway through after you finish 2 buckets of that damn bread, you ain't even ordered your food yet. This girl don't like you. She like what she eating. This is where we are right now. All right, they ain't say no more. Let me tell you my Adam Schefter story, because this is where we are right now. The Jim Harbaugh watch. Y'all remember that? Where's Jim Harbaugh going? What's he going to do? Oh, my God. Everybody. I don't know. I'm watching. I'm texting. I'm going back and forth. I'm outside his room. I'm outside his office. Shut up. My boy worked at an executive search company. He said, man, why they keep acting like they don't know where that man going? I said, what man? They said, Jim Harbaugh. I said, they don't. And he's like, Text sent. I looked, I said, what's this? He said, you see the signature? I said, yeah, I can't read it. He said, that's Jim Harbaugh's signature, fool. I said, oh, where's he going? He said, read the top. He said, you ain't reading. It said, University of Michigan and Jim Harbaugh have collectively agreed and hereby therefore understand. And I was like, oh, so I told the world. Sorry, Adam Schefter and the rest of y'all who acting like you, yo, I'm outside. I'm trying to figure it out. I just told the world he was going to Michigan. Then all of a sudden, the whole world knew. Just like right now, I think the whole world's about to get a big-ass text that says, Lane Kiffin, LSU. Beat it up in the comments where you think he's going. In all seriousness, I think he's going to LSU for the NIL money. He can get better recruits. Just being real. It's not like Ole Miss can't get him. It's just there's always going to be a 5-star and a 4-star who's sitting there like in his living room and he doing this because he know he got leverage. And he's like, yeah. So there's 2 Lane Kiffins, one coming from Ole Miss. He got the visor on, and the mother says, can you take that visor off in our house? And she, out of respect, and he like, no, ma'am, I can't. I'm Lane Kiffin. Shut up, lady. I'm not here for you. I'm for your son. What's up, little man? He's like, yeah, I got every school in the world after me. He said, yeah, I saw your Instagram. Okay, cool. You got all the damn emblems and logos. You got all of them. Yeah. Where you going? You down to 2 of them. Ole Miss and LSU out here. He said, yeah. I like Ole Miss. I like it a lot. I ain't even tripping where it is, all that. I saw Mississippi burning. Man, that was old. I ain't even tripping. I don't even believe in all that like no more. I see how many black players you got down there. I be texting them dudes. They be out there winning. They say it's some good skiing out there. It is some snow up in You like, but the thing is, man, it just feel like a notch off. You know what I'm saying, Coach? Like, it don't feel like it's the top dog. Like, they ain't even been to an SEC championship game and ain't won nothing. Like, and I am, Coach, respectfully, like you are him, I am him. We are it. I can't go to a lesser and expect better, greater, Go to the biggest place to do the biggest things, right, Coach? And Lane like, he trying to talk his way out of that. But then Lane shows up again. He got the visor on again. The lady's like, look, man. He's like, I'm the coach of LSU. And she's like, oh, you can keep that on. Whatever. So then LSU, he sit down. He's Lane at LSU. He's like, you want to be a Tiger? And he's like, rah. Rah. Dog, fine is fine. Fresh is fresh. Top dog is top dog. Like, y'all can say what y'all want. This reminds me of a Floyd Mayweather fight. I ain't watching Floyd. He always picking his opponents. He always pick them when they too old or too young. He ain't ever fighting nobody. Hey, a Floyd fight coming on Saturday, you coming through? Yeah, hell yeah, I'm watching. You gotta do it. You just gotta do it. Greatness is greatness. So we'll see. Okay, beat it up in the comments and we're gonna talk about greatness. We're gonna talk about greatness. Yeah, people will talk about it. Full House Sportsnet thinks he's going to LSU. Yeah, I think so too. Thank you, Show Don't Show. Happy birthday wishes to me. I appreciate it. Treble 216 is just throwing a wild card at us, talking about I'd take him down to Ohio State. Yeah, I bet you would, but Ryan Day ain't. Let's just say that. Ohio State. Ohio State. All right, speaking of greatness, let's talk about the Shedeur second start, first home start. Let's talk about Shedeur'S greatness. And one thing I will say to start it all off, because I'm starting to get this label as I'm a Shedeur hater, when in reality, everybody knows I'm just telling the truth about Shedeur. And it's either this camp of people that won't say exactly what they're thinking about Shedeur or seeing from Shedeur because they love Deion, or because they're rooting so hard for Shedeur. I'm rooting for him too, but I'm not rooting for him to be something that he ain't. I'm rooting for him to be exactly who he is. So there's 2 parts of it, and I feel the tear. I feel the tug of war. Part of me is like, damn, that's Deion's son, so I am wishing this boy well because I love Deion so much. Sorry, y'all. Okay? It ain't got nothing to do with race. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but Deion Sanders is one of the best football players ever, and if any of them have a kid, God dang it, Barry Sanders Jr., when he went to Stanford, I was rooting for him too, right? You know what I mean? So it's just like the football fraternity thing. Maybe y'all do the same thing. I'm rooting for somebody that I know kid. But the second part is I'm a hater. This is where the hater comes from, if you want to call it that. I am a former football player. Let me tell you, when a 5th rounder shows up, I don't look up to him. I look down to him. I'm like, 5th rounder? Good. Prove it. Prove you something. LT, LaDainian Tomlinson wasn't a 5th rounder. He was the 5th overall pick. First round, 5th overall pick. But he came from TCU. I remember the day. And he came from TCU, and we were sitting there in the locker room just talking trash like, is he good? I don't know. I said, I ain't watched no TCU games. Did you? No. I heard he's sick, though. I saw the highlights. I was like, everybody highlights look good. You got to remember, all of us are pro. So all of us got good highlights, and all of us got some lowlights too, right? So we like, I don't know. And I remember they were just talking bad about the kid. I was like, some said he shouldn't even been drafted that high. Go to TCU and get 5th overall. How we go? Whatever. He ran a wing T. People were like, how you going to run a wing T in college? I remember this. And then we got on the field. And you know, this is for y'all. So the 1s go against the 2s, right? And then we going against them, and then the 3s go against the 3s. It was like that back then, right? The 1s get your reps, and then you sit down and watch the backups go, right? Ain't none of this mingling. And so everybody was talking about Shedeur don't get no starting reps. I'm like, welcome to the NFL. Ain't no starter gonna be playing with no dude trying to figure it out. Shedeur, hey, what's the snap? 38 swaggle right? And you got nothing but starters there. They looking at that dude like, if you don't get your ass, and coach like, if you don't get your ass up out of here, you don't get no reps till you deserve some reps, partner. Anyway, so I'm looking, and then we do our reps. Then we go to the sideline. It's me, Junior Seau, rest in peace, the late great, and Rodney Harrison. Helmets on the grass, taking the knee, and just watching, because we want to see Mr. TCU, first rounder, 5th overall pick. He going with the 3rd stringers. We watching. And that sucker get a dive up the middle and do a reverse counterclockwise spin. I don't know what the hell spin it was. It was like a little baby tornado. He went, and went, and we said, yeah. We said, got him. We got one. We got us a running back. God dang. 1 carry, no lie. We knew it. It happens that fast. If you ever read Malcolm Gladwell, Blink, it happens that fast. Well, let's just say right now it's not happening that fast for Shedeur, but that doesn't mean it can't happen, right? So let's go right now. He has a big pivotal game, his 2nd start ever, 3rd regular season game he will be in against who? The San Francisco 49ers. Okay, 49ers are 8-4. Shedeur and them boys are 3-8. And Shedeur got one of them 3, so he happy, right? I'm just going to go through this in summary. I ain't going to show y'all too much of this. You got a little topsy-turvy, a little upside down, right? Look at this. Mac Jones has played with his limited snaps better. And limited, I'm saying he actually played way better. He's not the full-time starter, as we know. It was just because of injury, but look at these numbers. Higher completion percentage, obviously more yards because you have more attempts and you have more completions, blah, blah, blah. But even the average, like that's a high average. That's a really good average, and they're the same. So it's like he's pushing the ball down the field pretty well. And still, look at that 2-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. Not that. 8-7 is not 2-to-1. Therefore, it leads to you now you're getting sacked. You know, Mac Jones like to get sacked now. But he don't like to throw them picks like Brock Purdy. Look at that QB rating. And 97. This is an objective way, and not the only way, but it's a huge indicator of who's balling. Put it like this. If you got a good quarterback rating, you ain't sorry. But if you have a good quarterback rating, doesn't mean you're perfect and you're amazing. It just means you ain't sorry. Trust me. And this is a pretty good one. 80s, you start to get into, I don't know about them. You don't believe me? Watch this. Let's get into this. Dylan Gabriel, okay? Now, there's a Mendoza line, if you guys know baseball terms. Basically, if you bat under 200 in the majors, they say you're under the Mendoza line. If you bat 198, I don't know about him. He might need to go back to the minors. Well, if you're throwing under 60% completion percentage, I don't know about him. He might need to do something else other than throw this football. All right, so that's Dylan Gabriel right there, 7-2. Good. That's almost, that's 3+, 3-1. So 5 average. You're doing a lot of dinking and dunking, little man. I know he's small, but god dang, Drew Brees was small too. Doug Flutie was small. That's low. You ain't throwing the ball nowhere. Nope, nowhere. But you are protecting the ball 7-2. 18 sacks, come on, big dog, do better. And what I say about that rating, if it's around them 80s, and you close to 70. You got to get benched. Oh, you got hurt? Even better. Because when you get hurt and we bench you, we still got a mulligan. We could put them back in there if all things go wrong. But if you got benched, we messing with your confidence. All right, so Flacco, we know what Flacco was doing. Yeah, look at that quarterback rating. We gotta trade you, old man. Get up out of here. He threw 6 picks and 2 touchdowns, right? At 58 under that Mendoza line again. Not good, not good, not good. And let's get to Shedeur. Now, this is what's interesting. What did Drake say? He said, I learned to turn the negatives into positives, right? Well, this is not too positive. But we got to turn it into something positive. This is pretty negative. Look at this. If this was like the blind comparison that they do on TV sometimes, where you don't get the name, but you get the stats, and it's always like, which quarterback is this? And it's somebody with some amazing stats, and then somebody with some really good stats. And then you be like, that's Patrick Mahomes with the really good one. And the amazing one is Dak Prescott. And you be like, what? Dak Prescott playing better than Patrick Mahomes? You're like, yeah. Well, with this one, if y'all didn't know this was Shedeur Sanders and y'all heard he was 15 of 36, that ain't good. Even in one game, that ain't good, let alone that's in 1.5 games. 256, that's good. That's all right. 41% completion percentage? Boy, you better get LASIK. Somebody better get this boy some damn glasses, some prescription, something. 41%? Lord, and y'all talking about rookie. Look, man, look, I'm going to give you my LT story again. I want to hear no rookie stuff. I got other stories in LT too, rookies. Antonio Gates. I know, it's crazy. I'm giving you all the Hall of Famers. I give you somebody, 7 average. That's really good. That's good. That's up there with the mother boys, right? 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Okay, 3 sacks, which is interesting. Shedeur was a sack machine, and now so far, it hasn't been that way. And a 52 rate. Now, 70-something is bad. 80s is 52. Saving grace is Shedeur won a game. Thank God. Now, some people in the industry, people that really know, hey, dog, your defense has had more sacks in the games you played than you have had completions. You ain't look, I'm just giving y'all the real. This is the part that y'all say I'm hating. I'm just telling you how it goes. Somebody upstairs with a pen and a nice suit on is sitting there writing all these numbers. And he like, this don't add up, bro. But the wins do. But the wins, if they add up by playing the worst team in the NFL, the Raiders, and your defense setting an all-time record, and then your quarterback just on the field, you can put Dylan Gabriel out there and do that. Can you? So now, today is very important. Shedeur balls out. Why? Because the numbers don't support him. But he won. But he needs the numbers to support him, or else when it's time to go away and people start to analyze and evaluate, the first thing they look at is the numbers and the film. The numbers first. Because why would I look at your film if you ain't got no numbers? You get it? All right. So this is very important. Let's break this down. All right. So today, this is my second brain always telling me what's going to happen today, to break down of the game. All right. We know the 49ers clear favorites. Browns struggling overall, but Shedeur Sanders gets his first home start, so the crowd going to be crazy into it. And the Browns have a chance to show that they are made of more than just that sorry record. Myles Garrett, this is what's interesting about Myles Garrett today. He goes against Trent Williams. Last time he went against Trent Williams, no sacks. So them 10 sacks we saw last week, don't think it's going to happen maybe this week, because Trent Williams is in the building. Let's just say that, okay? 49ers offense versus the Browns and their struggles. You can see that they're all struggles on the Browns in terms of the numbers, but they did have some juice last week. Give them some love for that. Okay, so the weather and the run game with possible adverse weather in Cleveland, and given San Francisco's roster adjustments, injuries on defense, the ground game, especially from Cleveland's Kashawn Jenkins, could be pivotal. Somebody a judge in his family. All right, so they're talking about what to watch for, and that's all the stuff we have already covered since I'm such a good analyst. All right, so basically, beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking about Shedeur Sanders today. I'm just telling y'all right now, not right here, right now, he better ball out. Not because it's over if he doesn't ball out. It's just the team is loving the bottom line bump that they're getting from Shedeur. The team loves the attention. The team needs to see it always result either in a win or him balling out. And let's just say they're not long for winning in Cleveland right now, right? So they're not going to win a lot. Deshaun Watson is costing them a brick, and he getting healthier by the day. This is why Shedeur must ball out. I didn't say win. Now, winning is going to make it even better, but winning last week didn't make everybody upstairs. Coach didn't commit to him as soon as the game was over. Coach was like, yeah, I'm just taking it day by day. You know why? Because he like, I know we won, but as Kobe Bryant would say, I want to win, but I want to be the reason we win. Shedeur, to help yourself. You're a fifth rounder. People were like, he ain't a fifth round talent. Nobody give a damn. Do y'all understand? When you come in that building, you are graded and ranked by a pecking order. And if you're a youngster, it's your draft status. If you're a vet, it's how much we paying you. Why do they cut vets all the time? Because they're balling, but damn how much you cost. You gotta go. You cost too much. Cap casualty. The dude is good. We just see him get traded all the time. Hey, Micah Parsons is sorry? No. We gotta get rid of him. Why? He won't too much. I'm trying to help y'all. So y'all better understand how this game go, or y'all gonna be rooting for Shedeur at FedEx. Well, he ain't gonna go to FedEx. He already a millionaire beyond. But point being, he ain't gonna be in the league, because this is what happens. If you don't ball out, then all of a sudden it don't work out in Cleveland, because now we got Deshaun back. All right, we still got Dylan Gabriel. We're gonna hope for him, root for him, you know, whatever. They like him more because they drafted him higher. Whatever. They gonna fire Andrew Berry probably, or coach, or both. You know that's gonna happen. And then if Shedeur is still there, that's the best thing for him. I know y'all like, no, get him out of there. If you get him out of there, which organization you think is raising their hand to say, I want to talk about Shedeur Sanders every single day? And why he didn't get a game ball, which is a topic we're going to do later, and all this kind of stuff, right? So it's just like, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Rock with me, y'all. Rock with me, y'all. It's crazy out here. So let's beat it up in the comments. And it's two things I skipped. I'm going to do them later. I'm going to do it later, though. Right? All right. So somebody's saying, preach, Wiley. Yeah, I'm preaching. God dang it. Raphael 32. I'm preaching. One thing I am compelled to do is keep it real. Seriously, I'm compelled. I've been always this way. It's helped me have the greatest relationships. I got 3 of the best friends you can ever have. My sister is beyond my best friend, and my wife is amazing. I got a beautiful family. It's because I keep it real. I don't win all the time, though. Keeping it real, you lose a lot. But I don't care about winning all the time. I care about respect, and I'm balling. Like, I'm always balling because I am doing my part, which is keeping it real. Last night, I sat there at the Clippers game. I'm going to bring this up. Sat there at the Clippers game. This guy sitting next to me, youngster. He from East Coast, and he moved, I think, Jersey, and then he moved to Sacramento. He's at the Clippers game, so we chopping it up. And he's like, man, you know what I like about your show and your podcast and everything you do? He said, you be saying the stuff that everybody be thinking, but they don't want to say it because it's too controversial. And I was like, I know. I know them dudes that don't want to say it. And I say, but I'm just compelled to do that. I'm compelled to talk about the stuff that if I'm thinking it, why not talk about it? What you mean? I ain't saying I'm doing it. I'm saying we're going to talk about it. I'm not the one at work that's going to hide by the water cooler and go, hey, did you see what Jane did? Nah, I'm going to go like this. Hey, y'all, Jane tripping. Jane, come here. Everybody looking at you like, what you doing? I've always been that guy. Call him what you want. He is here. I am him, and I'm slim with the tilted brim. What's my name? Snoop Doggy Dogg. Okay. Today's rundown, I didn't give it to y'all, and I hate to do that. And then I got to give you the Wileyism. Then we're going to get into this next topic. Ooh, LeBron James, you better duck. Anthony Davis is in the building, and he ain't happy. Okay, so we went over the LSU, Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin saga, Shedeur in the preview. We are now at the Anthony Davis is not kissing the rings anymore. We're going to get into that. Bronny James is playing like an absolute embarrassment. That's what the headlines are saying, and the Lakers know it now. James Harden talking about the Clippers. I was at the game last night, as I just said, how hard it is to play for this team. He talking about, man, this ain't it. So we got to talk about that. We got some weird behavior. Russell Wilson getting called out by his teammate, his ex-teammate. What? What's wrong with you, dude? Talking about you weird. Look at you ain't got no family at your Thanksgiving dinner, all this kind of stuff. Kind of crazy. And then we also gonna talk about how people treat you when you do the right things, right? People treat you worse when you do the right thing than they do when you're doing the wrong thing. We're gonna get into that dynamic. How rivalries are real and they're fake, and they're just all this like chaotic mess for fans to be all into it. Are the players really into it? Kevin Stefanski talking about the Gameball controversy before we have to give out another Gameball this week, hopefully. Cedric Entertainer talks about Kings of Comedy 2. Him, D.L. Hughley, boo, boo. No, I'm playing. Steve Harvey, and they're talking about somebody else. You know who it is because of the late, great Bernie Mac. Brittany Griner can't dunk. Y'all got to see this. This is unreal. What? She's 6'9". Come on. College football. We got to talk. Damn, how long this show going to be, Wiley? We got to talk about college football and Nick Saban breaking down the state of college football, and he says it's a pure mess. Dame Dash calling out 50 Cent for tearing down another black man for the white man. Oh, man. Jameis Winston is thankful for reporters and the media. Okay. And this contest between a man and 5 women, and they are throwing hands. And it was okay, legal. They all wanted to do it. Kind of weird, huh? Let's talk through all that. Damn, Wiley, we going to be here till 9 o'clock? No, we not. Okay, so now, here's today's Wileyism. Work in as much as you work out. Get it? I like that. All right, so work in as much as you work out, because everybody want to work out. Everybody want to go to the gym, and they all want to do something for their physical health. I got these muscles. I'm going to get them girls. Damn, where my muscle go? Golly, this is 51. God dang, I'm old. Wait, I'm going to work out. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to work out. And then they complain about their mental health because they don't work in. Work in, fool. Stop always working out. My chest, my biceps, my quads. Oh, look at my butt. I'm all ready. And my calves. Okay, that's cute. Your brain. What about your brain, God dang it? You got to work in, not only just for mental health, which is, you know, in the last 20 years that term came up. I swear growing up, I never heard of mental health. I was like, what? You mean how I think? A little ghetto kid. I was like, what you mean mental health? You mean what I'm talking about, what I'm thinking? Shut up. I ain't paying you no money, lady. All right, so mental health, whatever you want to call it. You got to work on how this is funneling internally, right? How you get conscious thought and how you turning that into your words and turning it into your actions. How you manifesting things in your life. Well, everything you want out there is already in here. You got to just go get it. Simple as that, okay? So stop looking around and saying him and that, this. Go in that mirror or close them eyes. That's why meditation is so important. Prayer is so important. People think it's about the religion or the connection or the higher power. Yeah. But the higher power's already told you, I'm inside of you. Why you keep looking up? You talking to God and you doing this. God like, dog, look in here, fool. We got this. This is the faith. This is the power. You like this. He like, if you don't look inside you and see that power and that glory and have faith in that, and make that a reality, you don't believe in God because you don't believe in yourself. Ooh, it's about 90 Wileyisms in there, but basically if you want something in this world out there, it's already in here as long as you work in as much as you work out. Now, let's get into this topic because Anthony Davis, I feel like this is taken out of context because there's no way this is real, like all the way through, but it's what the receipts show.
I want y'all to pay attention how Anthony Davis will not shake LeBron James' hand. Watch this. And I don't blame him. You got me.
Did not pull up in a
Look.
He still had himself a game.
Look.
A Toyota Prius. And still have almost 40.
Look, won't say nothing to him. Look.
Final score. Lakers 129. The Mavericks 119. Let's send it over to our Alec Clifton.
One more time.
Pay attention.
Okay. Which is crazy. I got to turn the sound down now. Sorry, big dog. Thank you for the clip, though. Okay. This is wild. Now, I told you guys, this is why I always say, this is a Wileyism. To ignore is to pay attention. So we all grew up, right? And you were mad at somebody and you knew it. And y'all went home mad at each other. Y'all didn't meet at the flagpole. Y'all just went home mad. Y'all didn't fight it out. Y'all just mad at each other, right? So then the next day you show up and you know she in homeroom with you He in homeroom with you. So you walk in, and then you say, huh, where they at? As soon as you see them, you got to make sure you look away from them. And then that's why it's to ignore is to pay attention. Oh, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. So I just want to watch this again because there are reports. Good. Chad is telling me. They said this is fake. Okay, I think it is too, but or they said he already shook hands with him. Okay. They were gripping it up before the video and acknowledged him. Okay, that's cool. And then maybe it's, okay, good. We got an adjustment. I hope it's fake. That's why I said I led with it. I hope they ain't beefing like that. But then even if I'm the type of friend like when you gave me love and then you went around again and we still cool and you walking by me for the last time or for the 9th time, the conversation didn't have to end, did it? Like, I can't speak to you again. Like, Anthony looked like, I don't know. He just looked like somebody who didn't want to talk. If he did talk before, he gave it all up. And then it's like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. But since it's fake news, I do not want to give energy to something that is not real. I'm glad that they're cool. But somebody sent me that and said, dog, they beefing. And we know why. Because you knew that I was going to get traded. And then you didn't say nothing. But Bronny knew. And then Bronny told people, like, what? Man, grow up, dog. Grow up. I don't care if I tell you first or last. It's still going to happen. And then we putting that on me, dog. Using my privileges for my privilege and then using it against me just to hate on me. So all good, all love. But I will say this, fake or real, and they already gave each other that. The spidey sense I have, and my spidey sense is 100%. When I got a spidey sense, I'm never wrong because there's certain things you can just look at and be like, yeah, that's real. There's a part of AD that ain't feeling LeBron James. I can tell you that because ain't no homies still in that same vicinity. You know how cats are, especially brothers. Man, the dap is the longest part. Like, what a fool. What's up? Dallas good? No, it ain't. You miss LA, don't you, sucker? Oh, man, I hate you, dog. Why did you tell me, man? You got me out here stuck, and I'm still. He's like, because you hurt there, you hurt here. Man, I ain't fuck. And then you see the other one. What's up, Kyrie, man? Good seeing you, big dog. You good? How you healing? You good? All right. Oh, man, Cooper, golly, you're a rookie. I mean, when I was a rookie, they were talking about me, but they're going to be talking about you forever. Goodness. This is insane, right? You doing that. AD right here. I don't know somebody that does this. Man, get in the conversation or get your ass up out of here, dog. What you doing? So there's something to that, even though it's, let's give it to it. Fake news. I hope it is. I don't like beef. I don't like beef. Well, let's stay in Lakerland since that's fake news. This ain't fake. This is not fake. This is a real headline. Ding, 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 ding. Lakers are finally making a Bronny James realization fans already knew. Okay? All right. You can get into the details of this, and some of this is pretty, like, jaw-dropping. Let's read a little bit. All right. Bronny averaged just 10 minutes per game and shot 28% from the field. He wasn't getting extended run and was making head coach J.J. Redick look downright ridiculous. They're trying to sum up what he's done. His starts this year in the NBA, okay? He got demoted to the G League for 2 games, but the results weren't much better. 38% from the field, 23% on three-pointers. He was used much more on the ball, but it didn't help his shooting efficiency, okay? So now, let's get to it. This is not what you want. Lakers are realizing Bronny James isn't ready for the NBA. He's taken 182 three-point attempts when combining both NBA and G League stats in his first 2 seasons. He's only at 31%. Come on. If you undersized and you're supposed to be a defender, like, we don't need undersized defenders. There's 6'6" high school kids right now that could defend. You 3-and-D, but you not 6'3"? You see how that rhymes? You ain't for me. Right? So already you got to be insane in something if you are undersized, right? I just went to the high school championship game. Shout out to Santa Margarita and Carson Palmer. They went out there and tilted Corona Centennial. Tilted 42-7. Man, it was crazy. Shout out to Jaden. Shout out to Keith Walk Green. I went there to support Centennial. He's a junior, insane safety, 10 picks this year, 117 tackles, 6 pick sixes. The boy got offers all around. He's next level, but they got smoked. Point being, when you go out there, they had a number 4, some kid, I'm sorry, I don't know your name. He's going to USC next year. Fast as it gets, but he's 5'10". So now you better be special. He is special. He's fast as it gets, right? But if you not, you get to the college level, pro level, it's gonna be somebody 6'3" that can run. What we gonna do then? Pick the 6'3" kids. So you undersized guys, you gotta know, you gotta do something exceptional. And Bronny, this ain't it. The Lakers have title expectations and aspirations, and this is Bronny's averages 11, 8, 3, and 1. His first 2 games with the G League. All right, let's get up out of that. Because I did notice something. I went to a Lakers preseason game last year. We were in Vegas for the Nationals, right? Our left coast legends. We won the Nationals, so give us some love, right? All right, so we won the Nationals, and I'm there. We watching a Lakers game because our founder, Jesse Buss, is one of the Lakers owners. Even though the headlines just came out that he got fired, yes, he doesn't work with the Lakers anymore, but he's still an owner. That lets you know they got some family. Jeannie is tripping. Like, your brothers got fired. None of them work there, but they still own it. Okay, whatever you say, girl. Like, right, they still getting big old checks and they don't do nothing now. Y'all, anyway, so we at the game and Bronny's there. All our kids, guess who they love? Bronny James. They're watching Bronny James go get it, right? And then I'm sitting there trying not to be a hater. But this is me. I'm compelled to keep it real. My son and them looking at it like, ooh. And then the dads and I was like, he ain't trying hard. And then I was like, I chalked it up. I ain't come on the air and say nothing. I was like, it's the preseason, and he knows he's going to make the team, whether it's because he's Bronny, he's LeBron's son, or just because, come on, you know what it is, the king thing. So, but I'm sitting there like, he is lazy or don't care. Whatever. I chalked it up. And then this occurs. That article on top of this. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, what they say? Oh, my God. This is not it.
Bronny James is now playing like fucking garbage in the goddamn G League. Like, we can't even do this. Please, you're in backside help on this fucking pick and roll.
Yeah.
So your back should be to the baseline, and I should be in a defensive stance with my feet set.
Okay. This is exactly what I saw. And this was a year ago, and we were in Vegas, wherever UNLV plays. Come on, dog. Like, look at the body positions. Okay, obviously he in chase. He should be lower, but this is him. I don't know who you are. Maybe that's Connect. I doubt that's Connect. No, that ain't Connect. This is G League. Look at this dude. That ain't helping. He gonna get blown by probably. This is trying. What is this? I mean, this is how you stand at the mall. Like when the cute girl about to walk by, you like, this is how you stand in front of Oak Tree. Like,
You are none of those things.
Come on.
Your back is to the sideline. Get it as this player comes through off the roll. My feet are set. I'm in a defensive stance. I got to stunt at the ball and delay him a little bit. Stunt, recover so this player can recover. Bronny's just sitting there fucking watching it all happen. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Again, defensively, what the fuck is Bronny doing?
Okay. I do coach basketball. I'm taking a little hiatus again. When our little ones are like 7 or so, we're going to go back again. Jesse Buss and I are going to go again. He the head coach, analytics, play breaking. I'm the mental motivator. I make sure my kids get up and down that court. They in proper position, proper body stance, alignment, assignment, attack, AAA. I am that coach. You will not be on the field or on the court if you don't want to be there. Because guess what? I want you sitting next to me. The pool is to come over here. I dare you to make it happen. It's a privilege to cross that white line. You cross the white line, go. If not, sit your ass down. What you doing? Do you know how many of these kids wish they could be as good as you so they could go out there and start, but you the starter? But you don't want to go. Well, then sit here and let that dude who ain't as good as you at least give me all he got. Oh, you violating the laws of damn sportsmanship. You violating the code, brother. I don't give a damn how good you are. Damn it.
This is who you're guarding. So as he lifts, you lift. Why the fuck is Bronny in the paint right now? Up the line. I'm still in help, but I'm in a defensive stance with my fucking feet set so I can get out. You're in the paint, and then on the pass, you're walking out.
Oh!
Then off the pick and roll offensively, they switch this. They got a guard on a fucking big. No, we're not doing your bullshit isolation. Get this ball down low. It is a mismatch. Either throw it over the top yourself or get somebody to flash to the free throw line and you go high-low. That's 2 fucking points. It's so easy. Nope. Dribble, 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 dribble. What the fuck is nothing? Clearly, Bronny does not give a fuck about playing defense in the G League.
Look at that body.
Please just slide your feet.
Yes.
What the fuck is happening here?
Get low.
Look at Bronny. Just slide your feet.
Just slide, go.
Just slide your fucking feet. Why is it? Why'd you stop? What that? No contest?
Oh, let me give this guy some love because he said subscribe to his channel. This is Awful Coaching. Y'all got to check him out. He be breaking down film. Awful Coaching. Show him some love. Blah, blah, blah. Y'all know I love me some LeBron James. Y'all know I'm about to get a phone call from Rich Paul or somebody like greatness. And his son is trying to find his space, find his role, find his way. And look, he leads with effort. He is also a little bit disappointed with the back and forth transitions between being on the Lakers and being in the G League. And going back and forth, this is no excuse. This is just an explanation. It takes a different level of commitment. And you may call that effort, but he's trying to fit in differently. When he's with the G League guys, he doesn't want to take over. He doesn't want to do too much because the guys are all like, you're LeBron's son. You get everything handed to you. So sometimes you know this, and be real, who hasn't been in class before, who hasn't been around the group before, and kind of took a little off the fastball just to fit in. I told you I could have been a lawyer, right? I was like, you know, he doesn't want to get an A+ because everybody gonna say, oh, hell, you're so damn good, why don't you just stay up there? You know, that kind of stuff. So just letting you know. And then when he's with the Lakers, obviously the opportunities are few and far between. He doesn't get that same love. So it is. This is what happens when you get a 21-year-old who's kind of caught up and conflicted by 2 different worlds. 2 different worlds. And then I come in, I'm the prosecutor. I'm like, Your Honor, may I get a moment, Your Honor? Your Honor, thank you. What we just witnessed, Your Honor, Exhibit A, is some bullshit. That is not how you play the game of basketball. Now, when you got a troubled career like you've had, Bronny, let's just keep it real. Well, you weren't even the best player on your high school team, they say. Then you go to college, you know, respect, and thankfully, you know, all respect that you recovered from your heart attack, but those stats, you wasn't it in college. Then you're here, and it's like, all right, you got flashes. He a 3-and-D guy who ain't 6'3", Your Honor. When you ever seen that guy, Your Honor? But we making all these exceptions, and then we see you out there, Your Honor, and your effort ain't exceptional. Case dismissed. Oh, man. He better do better than that. I'll say this. I don't give a damn. I don't care who you are. Shoot, everybody talking about Shedeur. And then people always, this is what I hate. Stop talking to me about Shedeur every time I talk about Bronny. Like, you like Bronny. Why you don't like Shedeur? I said, I like Bronny's situation. Duh, I don't like Shedeur's situation. Hell no. He was the 5th, 6th quarterback in that room. I was like, ooh, you got the highest paid guaranteed quarterback on your roster in your room. I don't like that situation. No. I don't want my son going somewhere where the guy's not even playing and he's the most guaranteed money quarterback ever. That means there's one job you ain't getting, right? So then who's next? Joe Flacco? You ain't getting that one until we ship him out of town. So some teams only keep 2 quarterbacks, y'all. That's why people are like, you hating. I was like, he ain't gonna get a job. And then it works out. They got him a job. But now he ain't gonna get a fair shake. He's a 5th rounder. Dog, I remember my draft year, our 5th rounder's name was Sean something. I'm gonna end with this. I forget his last name. Damn, this is bad. This is what happens when you turn 51. Happy birthday to me. Do you know how many times we used to talk at camp? So my 2 closest boys immediately when I first got into the league, I'm talking about like camp, rookie year camp, that month, July and August, was Pat Williams, my roommate, who played 13 years, Minnesota Vikings. You know him. He balled out everywhere he went. Beast. Went to Texas A&M. Undrafted, though. And Sean, I forgot Sean's last name, but he was like a D-back, 5th rounder. This is real, y'all. We talking with each other, okay? My first rounder was Antoine Smith, running back. Went to New England after Buffalo. Took Thurman Thomas's job. That's how beasting he was from Hello. As a rookie, he was getting more tilt than Thurman Thomas. We was like, damn, you killing it. So when I talked to him, Antoine Smith, oh, he was living a different world. We in the same NFL on the same team, but he a first rounder. We walk into a room, there's 1,000 balls to sign. I'm like, 1,000? They like, Antoine would take 750. You get 250. I'm a second rounder. You get in where you fit in. This is how they treat you. They ain't even mad. They ain't even dissing you. They're just like, how much money you got? Move. You over there. The 5th rounder, Sean, every day he talking to me like, damn, Wiley, they tripping on me. And then always saying, damn, you getting all that love and you doing this? Oh, you got to do another interview? Oh, you got to do, he almost like looking up to me like how I look up to Antoine. Like, damn, you getting all this? And then Pat, all I heard every night from Pat was, damn, Wiley, shoot, every time you do something, it's love. I do shit. That's how he talk. He be like, I do something. I was like, I know. I was like, you doing better than me, and they giving me more love. And then all I heard every night was him saying, damn, dog, all this love you getting, and him farting. That motherfucker. I mean, blowing the room up. That was my last time I had a roommate, too. I was like, Coach, I can't handle this. I can't breathe. Shit is crazy. Okay, so let's beat it up in the comments, and then let's get over to the other side. Everybody give me happy birthday, love. Appreciate it. Danny Fan says, Bron's daddy is still in the NBA. Prime is not in the NFL. I don't know what you mean by that, but okay, you're right. That was very literal. Way to be profound, I should say. Like, yeah. So I guess LeBron could pull more strings because he's still in it than Dion. Maybe you mean that? I think it's harder to pull strings in the NFL regardless. You know what I mean? Like the NBA, look, you got Giannis's brothers, his whole family, all of Nigeria, and where else did he live? Like Europe somewhere? Like all of them is on the team. That ain't happening in the NFL. What's your brother going where? To play what? Practice where? What team? Sign where? What? We don't need no long snapper. Your brother ain't doing jack. NFL harder. All right. You know what's hard? James Harden. You know what's hard about this? Look at this. My man ain't happy. I went and saw him last night, saw my Clippers last night lose to Cooper Flagg. Ooh. Cooper Flagg is it. He dropped 37. I mean, it's his best game in the NBA so far. And Clay, that damn meal that Megan Thee Stallion made him finally kicked in. They finally digested that third, fourth quarter. 6 threes, 6 3-pointers. He literally was in front of us, and he was talking to the people right there. And somebody said something like he wasn't going to do something. He took off, ran through 2 screens, old Golden State Warrior style, got the ball in the air, did something like this, a cyclone, and shot it and went, wow, and then looked at them like, Ninja, please.
Who you wanted to play through, how you wanted to play. What's the challenge of trying to integrate those guys, different guys into how y'all want to play offensively right now?
Challenging. In what ways? Every way.
For you, I mean, you've been one of the great floor raisers that this game has ever seen. How is it more challenging than some of the other situations you've been in where you've been able to raise that floor?
I don't know. I can't recall the last situations or whatever. Like, the situation here is just difficult, you know? We're not, not making shots offensively, defensively. We allow things that the game plan mistakes, we allow that to happen too many times. So that's just one of the reasons why we lose games.
How do you?
Y'all know I'm a Clipper fan. Y'all know this Clip City, Chip City. I'm always repping them. Okay. I'm a season ticket holder. I sit there, courtside, row C. So I sit behind somebody's wife, and she always got the homegirls there. Good Lord. I mean, these NBA dudes be just marrying on for looks. I'm not even dissing her. I'm giving her a compliment. These mother suckers. My wife and I be going there, and I'll be like, yep, this is why we behind them. Like, first of all, look at her husband. He's running up and down the court, yoked up, and making $98 million. And then second of all, look at her. She got me beat too. Now, maybe she ain't got you beat, but the man got to lead. Right? Then the second row is always some executives, right? These cats that be having that long money and no good clothes. They can't dress worth a shit. And then it's us. And me and my little man went last night. We chilling. He got a new favorite player, John Collins. Yep, because they shipped away our last good player that he loved, Norman Powell. My son loves he loves the like top role player or the B. He don't like Kawhi and James Harden like that. He like everybody like them. He's just like me. I like that kid, right? And so he likes John Collins right now. I get it. I don't like our team right now. We're 5-15. We're second to last in the conference. And I think what James Harden wants to say, but he ain't gonna say it, gets stuck in that beard, is this. James Harden, Chris Dunn, Kawhi Leonard, John Collins, and Zubac is not exactly the starting lineup that's going to kill you. And it's not because of James Harden. It's not because of Kawhi. Not because of even Zubac. I like John Collins. He's been doing good to me as well. It's the Chris Dunn as your shooting guard. And more importantly, integrating all this. Those are new pieces. Oh, sorry. This year is new pieces playing together. All right, so John Collins is obviously new, and Chris Dunn being a starter in that position, being counted on that much, is a little bit new. We got injuries, obviously. Derrick Jones Jr. hurt. We saw that. Bradley Beal hurt. So what's happening is two things. There are two things in motion at the same time, which is causing confusion. One is this is not what we designed. We didn't want this. And the second thing is all of that all-season talk, Pablo Torre finds out. What Pablo found out is how to mess up a team's mind. There's a lot of distractions, let's just say that. Kawhi and all that stuff, but it ain't really stopping how they play. It's just interrupting them integrating together because of not just that, but then you got to come into Chris Paul's there, but now Chris Paul is getting DNPs and not playing and then playing, and he played last night, then they'll get 2 DNPs. Look, when one of your emotional leaders, when one of your all-time greats, and Chris ain't happy right now. You can just see it. This ain't how you end your career. The way he be looking on the sideline like, and then when he even get in the game, it's just because when you look like this on the sideline, when you get in the game and you think you all locked in and focused, you not. You can't be because you ain't all into it because you don't believe in the situation, right? This is what's sad. And so now we're not getting all we can get from Chris Paul because he can't give it because he like they don't want it. Oh, it's all bad. But it's the NBA. All you got to do is get to the play-in and then go from there. So hopefully this is one of those teams that's trying to figure it out pre-All-Star game, and then we go out there and ball out because it's looking ugly right now. Let's beat it up in the comments, see what y'all think. No joke, Caesar. I know y'all hate the Clippers. I think y'all love me, and then y'all like to tease me and say that, okay? Sean talking about, you ain't talking about what we talking about. He lived in Greece. That's it. Raphael 32 said he lived in Greece. Yeah, that's where Giannis is. He took all of Greece with him. Okay, if you want to sign me, okay, you can have me. Second deal, you got to get my brothers. Third deal, all of Greece. If not, I leave. I go to the Knicks. Man, you imagine walking down the street and you see Giannis. That sucker there. Big old cyborg looking ass. God dang, dog, where you from? Boy, they grabbed that boy from Africa quick. He was like a little 8-month-old. Man, they're like, how old is this baby? And he said 8. And they're like, damn, he's 8 years old. He still can't walk. He's sucker. No, I'm 8 months old. This sucker gigantic. God dang. Oh, he's so huge. Oh, pause. Sorry. All right. I don't know what to do with this topic, but Russell Wilson, oh my God. You got to pick your friends better and your teammates. This ain't it.
Russell Wilson, I went to his house for Thanksgiving. The weirdest feel like he catered. So, no, you know, like, bro, I come from a traditional country-ass black family.
We throwing down.
If I got as much money as Russell Wilson, my whole family would talk about me so bad if I ain't fly everybody out there for Thanksgiving. And I'm sponsored by an airline.
Yes. Maybe he's not close to his family.
And maybe he not. But his mama wasn't there. Sisters wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even though, like, it's still weird to me. I'm just still, even if you don't food with your family, like, it's still weird to me on Thanksgiving. My family gonna do the food. This is what we gonna do. If you the one with the money, we coming to your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me
that part. Oh, there's a lot of bad in that. He ain't all bad, but it's a lot of bad in that. First and foremost, I see I'm compelled to keep it real. I've never met this guy before. A shout out to the fraternity. Ex-quarterback, Trayvon Boykin. No diss. I never heard of him. I never know. Okay, whatever. He ended up going to prison, they said, for some stuff after. So Not in the NFL anymore anyway. I don't know the connection with him and Russell Wilson still. You got a teammate. You had a lot of teammates, Russell Wilson. You invite the one over that was in prison that now going to go on a podcast immediately, or is this old? It seems like immediately and then out you. You ain't close with your family. Y'all don't even like each other. They ain't even hanging with each other. Okay, so that's all bad, all bad. But what's worse than just trying to like make Russell Wilson look bad is you make yourself look bad in the process. I don't know what happened in prison, but let me just say, what's the kids say? Zesty? Is that the word? Whatever. Zesty doesn't mean anything to me because I'm from LA. I got to tell you this story. It was this guy lived in our apartment building. I ain't gonna say his name because I never say nothing good about him. Everyone used to call him Zesty growing up, right? And he was a white guy too. Yeah. Yep. He was really, really, like, I think he was Creole, but white, whatever. He was like, I thought he was Creole, and everybody said, no, he white. I was like, whatever, I don't care. All I care about is everybody used to clown him. Clown him. And guess when they stopped clowning him? They used to always call him Zesty. And back in the 80s, you could say other words that begin with F and other stuff. They were, on his head, pause, killing him. And he was cool. He always had the skateboard when you didn't want to ride your bike no more. He was just cool. I thought, like, all right, he older than me, whatever. And there was this one girl in our neighborhood that everyone wanted to holler at, but she wouldn't holler at nobody on the block, only the ballers. Like, he had to show up with a Nissan truck. He had to show up with some Daytons. He had to be rich already, right? She was that fine, for real, on my block. This block dynamics. Long story short, everyone called him out until one day they found out they messed around. Then he wasn't Zesty no more. He got the girl everybody was chasing. I thought he was Zesty. What happened to the Zesty talk, right? So anyway, this dude just reminded me of that story. Anyway, I don't know if he's been around real money, because I've been around real money. Not my money, real money. Like, shout out to the people with real money, with a B. Yeah, like, I'm about to see one of my boys is coming in, Ben Horowitz, shout out to the homie. He coming to the Raider game today with us. We going to watch the Raiders lose to the Chargers, right? He got real money. Like, I got realish money. Like, he got real money, right? He's a billionaire. When you're around them people, guess who ain't cooking? Mama. Mama ain't cooking. Mama telling the damn chef, which one of the chefs, I don't know, the one with the white on. She telling him what to do to the greens. Mama ain't cooking no more. Mama done cooked for 48 years. You think she want to cook again? And now, that's, so first of all, don't try to out somebody and you actually giving them props. Like, when you go to somebody's house and they ain't touching a dish, they ain't going to the fridge, and everything is being done for you, and that's happened to me many a times when I'm around that real money. I'm like, whoa. Even the toilet does the work. Like, the toilet flushes for you, and then it warms you, and then it washes your hands. I'm like, you ain't been around real money, Trayvon. What you talking about? So that's actually a prop. That's actually complimenting Russ. But then his family ain't there. Who knows his family dynamic? I don't know who's alive, who's dead, who wants to come that far, who doesn't. You know, if you really, look, he might have the type of family like me. My grandma was like, I ain't going nowhere. I'm in Buffalo. She's like, shit, yeah, boy, I ain't going to Buffalo to no Thanksgiving. I ain't flying that far to go no damn food. Food here, food there. Call me after you eat. If you don't come out here, I ain't going nowhere. You don't know how his family, so I just don't like none of that. I don't like none of that. To be real, you clowning the dude, but you actually giving him props. And then you actually like really went somewhere to say, like, what good thing? It's okay to talk about somebody because we all talk about somebody, but what's the good thing? Like, I don't know. His house is weird. All right. I sound wealthy to me. Sound like him and Sierra's like, can you pass the Grey Poupon? And he over there with the French's mustard doing this. Man, damn, it's too much water at the top. You got to get your game up, brother. All right, so shout out to Trayvon Boykin in the fraternity. See you at the Super Bowl, big dog. I know you're going to be like, man, you got them jokes, huh? You the one that had them jokes. Yeah, I had them jokes. Let's beat up in the comments. Somebody said he's zesty with paper. Show, don't show. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm from LA. One thing I learned early, and I'm glad I did from that story I just told you about the guy, is do not think that you know someone's sexuality based on how their personality is. Sexuality and personality is not congruent. Now, obviously, some people want you to know that they are that way sexually, and they really go extreme, right? They act They act that way instead of just being. But there's a lot of people that just are, and you wouldn't know it, right? Real spit. What's that, Bulldogs in Atlanta? I always bring that up because I remember seeing it. It looked like a rap video. Just all these, hey, you can smoke a split from the clip, but you still won't be high. Looking like that, right? And then everybody was like, no, that's a gay club. I was like, whoa. Or why they left to touch? Don't they not be nasty? Nappy. This is, first of all, this guy, Jason Lamar, follow him on Instagram. I'm gonna start giving credit to these guys, right? I was like, Jim, this dude, I mean, every video I see by him is a hit. It's insane. My show gonna just turn into him. It's like insane. Check this out. This is wild. And this is real.
If you tell the average person that you don't drink alcohol, they look at you like you're crazy, as though you're the weird one for not partaking in the recreational consumption of poison. But tell those same people about that time that you got drunk, blacked out, and woke up in a bush, and they think nothing of it. If you actually give a fuck about the things that you eat and turn down anything unhealthy, then you are too extreme. Apparently, there's something wrong with caring about how you look and feel. But if you order all of your food from DoorDash while complaining that you can't lose weight, nobody bats an eye. If you never miss a workout, you're obsessed. But if you never miss a football game, you're dedicated. Everyone will cheer for you while you're wasting your potential, but they turn on you the second you start trying to maximize it because they've been conditioned to support mediocrity and shun growth. This is why 74% of people live paycheck to paycheck and 67% are overweight. If you want to fit in, go get fat and be poor. But if you actually want to accomplish anything worthwhile, then you're going to have to deal with the majority of people not liking you. But take a look at them. Is that really such a bad thing?
Blah, blah, blah. We're getting into the elements of the show, and I still got some sports topics, as I told you guys before, to get into. But this is what I'm really built to do and really desired to do, which is grab people, really kids, but anybody that's at a fork in their road, and remind them of their greatness and then inspire them to go right instead of left. Why? Because I felt like I was a fork in the road kid. Literally, I thought all my life, and I still to this day, I thought I was going to get shot and killed. Like growing up, like straight up. Not even like on some old dramatic stuff. Just like every day I was like, sooner or later, one of these cars going to spin around and it's rap, right? Ain't no Rambo moment. Ain't no, oh, I'm going to see him coming. Oh, I'm always ready. No. Teammate after teammate getting killed growing up. Teammate after teammate getting jacked growing up. Teammate after teammate having a hard time growing up. I was like, one day it's going to hit me. Like, I ain't win a lotto, did I? I'm right here next to you. You on the same team as me. I was just with you last night. You gone? So I always thought like that. So by circumstance, I thought I was a fork in the road kid. I knew I was special. You know why I knew I was special? Because I believed in myself. That's it. Right? I did great in school, and I did great on the field, and I did great on the track. That was it. Those are my superpowers. I'm a nice-ass kid. I know I love people. Straight up. He mad at me. Oh, well. I mean, in third grade. I don't like you. Why? Because, man, shut up. What's up, dog? I love you. Shut up. So I like people. I did great in school, and I did great in sports. That was my way to navigate around all the bullshit. So this is really hitting me because I'm a sociology major. That's why I went to school. I was going to be a school teacher or a football player. And what I love about this is he's telling you what you're going to experience when you're trying to go from the bottom to the top in anything. Look at the bottom, because life is a success pyramid, right? At the bottom, you have the most room, right? You have the most room and you have the most people. So it's crowded down there. And, you know, it gets gangster down there. And then if you try to climb up, people going to be like, where you going? Yeah. And since they ain't figured out how to climb up, since they maybe don't want to climb up, they don't want you to go nowhere, right? Misery loves company, or more importantly, company loves comfort. Like, where you going? Like right now, you just chilling, your boy here. You're like, he get up, you're like, where you going? Like, you ain't hating, you just like, where you going? Right? We don't like something new to do. So then all of a sudden you trying to get it. You studying extra. You taking longer at school. You getting extra credit. Man, what you doing all that for? Right? You doing extra reps after practice. You running wind sprints. You're always trying to look cool for the coaches. Right? Right? But then if you say, hey, dog, tomorrow, let's ditch. Let's not go to school. Let's play hooky. Let's just go to the mall and chill all day instead of go to class. Why? I was the one that when they asked me that, I was like, why? He was like, because we going to ditch. I said, but why are we ditching? I was like, why are we going to miss school and go to the mall? Because we're going to go with these few girls. We're just going to kick it. I said, how about we do this? Let's go to school. Let's finish class and then go to the mall. Nah, that ain't it. That ain't no fun. That ain't it. I was like, ain't nobody at the mall when we in school, fool. Just people who are working there who don't even want to be there. We could do both, you stupid ass. I was a bad friend. I was like, shut up. I see you at 4 o'clock. Now I ain't going. But that's the point, okay? It's not just about who you are, it's who you are not, okay? Make sure you start off with who you are not. That's a lot easier to figure out than who you are, especially when you're young. Now, youngsters trying to figure out, what I'm gonna do when I get older? Shut up, stop asking yourself that question. Wait till you get older, you'll figure it out, right? Right now, just make sure you are doing the right things, right work habits, right principles. Then when you get older, you'll figure out where to direct them. You'll figure out where to go, whether you go into the NFL or whether you go into Xerox to be their CEO. Is Xerox still around? Wherever you going, you gonna figure it out when you get there because you're gonna have the work habits to go anywhere. Right now, all you gotta do is make your hardware like who you really are in character and principle, work habits, mindset. You build that up. You build up your hardware so you can go anywhere in this world and apply that software. Simple as that. That's life. So I love what he said about alcohol and food. We know that, right? You tell somebody you drank it, oh, it's on, it's cracking, what's up, way? You tell somebody, no, I'm good. You got a 50-minute lecture coming. Why you ain't drinking? What's wrong? Everything good? You all right? No, are you all right? You can't see me right now with them liquor store eyes you got. Like, what you talking about? Oh, you eating good. Look at him, he on a diet. You know how they spell diet? Die first. You know what I mean? He dieting. Look at him, he think he gonna be all in shape. Look at him, this fool. Then you see him about 4 months, that sucker, he look like Giannis. And you like, damn dog, looking good. Girls are like, hey, and you like, Get out the crowd, y'all. That's why I don't do groupthink. That's why I'm going to say what I'm going to say. And if you don't like it, well, you just don't like what I said, but you still love me. Yep, get out the group, get out the crowd. I know it's lonely at the top. Why is it lonely at the top, success pyramid? Because it's less room. Less room at the top. But boy, it's fresh. It's fresh up there. And that's why kids have to compete. If you play for my team, if you're around me, if your kid's playing against us, I am telling them to compete. No. Keep the scoreboard on. It's 70-20. So what? If we got 70, keep it on. If we got 20, keep it on. Let these kids go home thinking they did the same thing. Now, that's not the same as participation trophies. Okay? I give a kid a trophy for showing up every day. I don't care how sorry he is. If you showed up, commitment is a part of it. That's part of your hardware. However, you're going to know you got spanked. You're going to know you got spanked in my world. I remember how many times I've talked to the scorekeeper. I was like, can you put the score back on? They was like, no, we have a rule when it's over 40. And I was like, we don't need that rule. I don't want to raise no little munchkins, little punks. All right. So what y'all talking about? Shut up. Because around here, we don't cry. We Wolverines. What? This is how you get indoctrinated. Next thing you know, and we don't like Buckeyes. Now you know, you got to hate Ohio State because why? I was born in Michigan.
They won, guys. Back up. They won. We don't have any patience here. Oh, I got my guys under control. Let's go.
It's real. Get your asses in that locker room right now. Ain't planting nothing.
We look forward to seeing you back in the big house on Saturday, September 5th, 2026 versus Western Michigan.
Wait a minute. Hey, what's his name? Shimon Moore? Hey, he didn't like that too much. He's like, first of all, y'all just beat us up. Second of all, we can want the same thing, but let me contribute to wanting it, which means let me say my guys go in there. How many times you gonna tell me to get my team off the field? This is our house. Blah, blah, blah. I tell you, boy, beef is real everywhere. Whether it's Crips or Bloods where I grew up or it's Michigan, Ohio State, everywhere you go is some tribe. You must subscribe to our tribe or damn it, off with your head, right? So rivalry weekend is crazy to me because I've never understood what the hell was really going on. Like, we ain't really that mad. We ain't. We not. Y'all can act like we are. But are we really beefing? Like, rivalry weekend cracks me up because it's more about y'all than us. Literally, I could transfer schools. I could go from Michigan to Ohio State. Has that ever occurred? But point being, I could go, you see it all the time in the NFL. Oh, I hate the Steelers. Why? I'm a Raven. Okay. Why you play for the Steelers now? Oh, I hate the Ravens. Why? I'm a Steeler. What? Makes no sense. All right, so rivalry weekend, let me just give you a couple of moments that I've experienced. We know the fans are into it, right? And it's just like anything because we're connected. Your fan base, you're connected to them. You feel their energy, their enthusiasm, their support. You also feel their criticism, right? So you know when they're rocking with you, when they're not. So you get into a rivalry game and you literally are getting like a blood transfusion. You're getting pumped up by the world. They're like, hate them, hate them, right? And you're like, and then you wake up that day, I hate them. Like you're in a spell. Like what? I don't hate them. That's my homeboy. I went to college with that fool. He's just on that team right now. Oh well, time to hate him, right? You go snap back into it. I hate him. And you go out there and the fans are on 10. Like right today, Chargers-Raiders game. Oh, guarantee you what I'm about to see. You ready? Fights, a couple more fights, and another fight. They gonna fight straight up. The beers are going to be flowing. They stopped selling beer and alcohol at halftime. Halftime. Why? Because in the past, being real, respectful, let's calm down, no jokes. Someone got stabbed at one of our games when we were playing in San Diego. Raiders, Chargers. Imagine that. You go to a game and you thinking it's all hands. This sucker go, wow. Okay? Yellow jackets everywhere. Security everywhere. Craziest story I got from that is, though, all right, so I used to live in Cardiff, which is Encinitas, which is like North San Diego, closer to LA, basically. Because I'm from LA. I'm like, if I'm gonna live in San Diego, I'm gonna live in the closest part to LA. So I'm going back and forth, right? Well, on game day, I hope y'all know we got to go the same way to the stadium as y'all. Like, you know, unless we're on the buses from the hotel, if they let you go home and we could go home, we had to stay in the hotel the night before. Then you wake up, you could go home. Whenever you woke up, have breakfast, go home. And then you have to be at the stadium at 11 o'clock, 2 hours before kickoff, right? You can go earlier if you want, but no later than 2 hours before kickoff. So I would go home about 8, get home. My family is driving down from LA. And then they coming down hot and ready, pre-game and tailgating in the car. So they coming in, they drunk. They want a barbecue before the game. They just getting the meat ready for after the game. We partying after the game, right? And I'm in this mindset where I'm about to play ball. So that's like a little bit of like normal behavior and a lot of anxiety and like you're pumped. You're anxious to go hit somebody. And a little bit of like, damn, I'm not going to feel this good in about 5 hours because no matter what, all the drugs we had to take, the medicine, the injections, the adrenaline, and then the hits, that's all going to add up about 4 o'clock. All right. Anyway, so family there, we good. It's 10 o'clock. It's time for me to leave. All right. They drunk already. I can't even talk to them. They're, go kill them today. How many sacks? 6? 6? 6 is the number. 6. 6. I ain't never had 6 sacks in no game. I had years I ain't have a 6 sacks. What are you talking about? Oh, shut up. You drunk. All right. They just pump you up. I got in the car. This is a Raider game. You got to leave early, right? So I'm leaving. Freeway, not moving. Now, coach don't want to hear the freeway ain't moving because you just left the hotel. You could have took the bus from the hotel or you could have just went from the hotel to the stadium. Nobody told your ass to go home, Mr. Fancy. So you can't be late. I'm like, God dang, might be late, homie. I mean, not moving, shoulder to shoulder, not moving. Why? It's a Raider game. More importantly, These Raider fans so damn crazy and gangster, they decide to get out their cars because nobody moving and start tailgating on the freeway. No lie, I wish I had Instagram. They are literally on the freeway taking out tables. I'm like, what if we got to move 6 feet? They just grab it back. I don't know what happened, but we stopped right here. And I remember looking like, if y'all don't move. And then I saw this dude literally peeing right there on the shoulder. He's just peeing. Right? And I'm looking, I'm like, I hope they don't look in here. And I hope somebody doesn't recognize me because I'm going to get killed. Right? Nothing on my car says Chargers, anything. I mean, I don't know what car I had, but it was nice. I was spending too much money then on cars. So it was a sick car, probably a Ferrari or something. They're like, they probably doing that, but at the same time, they ain't tripping. Because I ain't the only rich person in San Diego for sure. So they're just like, whatever. And I'm like, I hope I can get, 1, I hope I get to the stadium on time. 2, hope this dude don't recognize me. And 3, I hope he don't pee on my car. Obviously, I made it to the stadium on time out there, went against Lincoln Kennedy. I might have had a sack or 2. I used to have great games against him, even though he was my hardest opponent because, pause. He was the best opponent I went against because I was so scared. Like, he was so gigantic and big that when he would hit me, I would just be like, he used to punch me because a sack is 1 play. There's 70 plays. The other 69, he destroyed me, it felt like. And he just, I'm like, oh, felt like a movie. God dang, King Kong or something. All right, one more topic and we getting out of here because I don't keep y'all that long. I don't care if we don't get to the topics either. We just gonna have an hour and a half or so of entertaining sports, entertainment, culture, and then we're gonna get out of here after I beat up these comments. Somebody said I gotta get that party started. Give this man CTE. My uncle yelled one game. East Blue Drew said that. Hey, my family was lit. Then I go to the stadium, lit. They lit at 10 o'clock. Imagine at 1 o'clock kickoff what they doing the most. My mama had a jersey, a 75 jersey that said Dat Mama, because I was that dude, so she Dat Mama. And she walking in the stadium, I mean, loud and proud. And I respected it then, but now I really miss it. She owned a stadium. Like everywhere she was going, Dat Mama, let's go today. She like, shit. What? I'm warming up trying to act like I ain't watching this. I'm like, my mama is doing the most. She sat right there. Look, we ain't even have luxury boxes, I don't think there. They had a press box with luxury. She sat 50-yard line, 17th row. I remember looking at them, my whole section, my family, the most. And everybody just high-five. It's pregame. I'm like, what y'all high-fiving about? We ain't this shit. And they just hype, lit. Everybody lit. Oh, my God, it's the best. Yep. And then don't let me get a play. Don't make me a tackle for loss, a sack, or something crazy. Oh, my God. They running on the field damn near. All right. Thank you. I got some money. Somebody sent some money for the foundation, but it's for my birthday. Happy birthday, that dude. Oh, that's so sweet. Who is this? It says Andrew. Oh, that's love. It says Andrew. It doesn't show me your name, but write your name under it so I give you some love. Thank you for the money. I like doing these lives. It's more energy. I literally used to do this show for 2 years like this. I would do it, and then I would stop, and it'd be quiet in here. And then I'd do another one and stop. It'd be quiet in here. And then one day, 2 weeks ago, I woke up and said, why don't I just do these live and then just chop them up? Y'all like it? Let's do it. Well, I know one thing y'all don't like. Y'all don't like that man. He messing with your cousin. He messing with your girl. And y'all don't like, ooh, that was nasty, sorry. Y'all don't like that he didn't give Shedeur a game ball. Why did you give Shedeur a game ball, god dang it?
Every game you go into it, try and just highlight guys. Miles got a game ball. I thought it was probably pretty worthy. But you're just constantly trying to recognize your guys. We spent time this morning as well pointing out all of our guys and the jobs they did. Point out Gage having a big punt return, which was huge for our team. Your D-line doesn't get 10 sacks unless the coverage is really good. Obviously, a rookie starting his first game on the road, getting a win is huge. So you acknowledge all that with your team.
Blah, blah, blah. What an impossible situation Kevin Stefanski finds himself in. Why? Because no matter what he does now, it's going to be looked at with curiosity, scrutiny, and usually with him coming out on the short end of that conversation, no matter what he does. Because we all read his body language when Shedeur was drafted, which I think was natural, obviously, because he didn't want Shedeur. And if you're the head coach, especially if you're two-time coach of the year, and your GM taps you on the shoulder and says, we're going to draft another guy, and you're like, for what? And he's like, because I want him, Jimmy's good with it, we're just doing it. And you're like, come here, man. Andrew, come here. I know you're smart and all that. Where'd you go? What Ivy League school you go to? All right, one of them 8. Hey, listen here, man. I'm a 2-time head coach of the year. Let's throw these accolades out. Why did we do all this work? Why did I come in here to midnight for 4 months in the offseason for us to now abort the plan and the mission? Just tell me that. Just answer that. Forget who it is. Just tell me why. And you know that quarterback room is crowded already. We don't need no other quarterback. In case you don't know, we ain't going nowhere. And if we are going to go somewhere, it ain't because we got another quarterback. We don't have a quarterback. Deshaun's hurt, and when he's healthy, he ain't it right now. I don't know what happened to that dude. That trial took away his confidence. What trial? I thought he settled. Whatever. You know what I mean. Point being, shut up and just take what I say, because I am the GM. You better recognize. All right. With the 155th pick, whatever pick it was, we said Shedeur Sanders, and here goes Kevin Stefanski's face. Oh, God. All right, this is all real spit. Then he comes in, he looks at him, he's like, I can see he's good. I can see what he needs to work on, like everybody else, whatever. But now you have invited my ego into this conversation of coaching this team. And let me just tell y'all, it ain't right, but it's real. Oh, when a coach ain't rocking with you, he ain't rocking with you. Want to know how I know that? I got an example. I was a free agent to the Dallas Cowboys after leaving the San Diego Chargers, getting cut. Well, I don't know if they call it cut when you get cap casualty, they were calling it. But point being, I was making too much money for how many sacks I was giving them. They're like, you making $2 million a sack. We can't give you that. Bye-bye. And it was warranted. No problem. I'm still a highly touted free agent. Not as big. I wasn't the number 1 free agent anymore, but I still was going like really high, really fast. Dallas wanted me like in a week. Good. Other teams wanted me, but I wanted Dallas. My daddy's team growing up, it was good. I get there, Jerry Jones, I go into his room, his office. He's like, glad you're here. Glad you want to be a cowboy. And you sit down, Marcellus. He started talking about this stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'm not listening for real because it's Jerry Jones. I love Jerry Jones. I'm just sitting there like, this is Jerry Jones. It's like meeting Mickey Mouse or something. You're like, that's Mickey. I'm like, that's Jerry. So he's talking to me all this good stuff. I don't give a damn, Jerry. 2 things I care about, that contract and where the bank. I'm about to sign it and put that money in, right? You know, he like, all right. And he gives me a pen. He gave me a box and it had a pen in it. I was like, damn, this is dope. He's like, that's a good pen right there. You keep that as a keepsake. Dallas Cowboys. All right. Then, good. The pen ended up being like $5,000. It was a $5,000 pen. I was like, what? Ask me where that pen is now. I don't know. Point being, then I had to go see Bill Parcells. And I walked in. Bill had it. He was on the whiteboard. I walked in. Hey, Coach Parcells. Hey, how you doing? You know how Anthony Davis looked at LeBron in that video? That. He was like this. Sit down. Hello? I was like, all right, this is the tuna act. This is the tuna thing, right? He didn't turn around. Then he started telling me and lecturing me about Lawrence Taylor. I was like, he was like, I want to tell you something. You know, it's about the choices you make to make yourself great. And at that moment, I looked at that the wrong way. I looked at it like he was looking at me like, dog, I don't want to rock with you. And I don't think you choosing to rock with yourself. I don't think you're doing the best you could do. I looked at it the wrong way. He was actually challenging me to be as great as I could have been. I literally looked at it the wrong way. I was like, he don't like me. And he was hard on me. Everywhere I went, everything I did. He put me out of position. I had been playing the right side. He put me back on the left. I said, Coach, in all fairness, I'm better on the right. And he's like, well, we're better when you're on the left because the other kid can't play on the left. So you can play both. He can't play both. So he playing right and you playing left. And if I hear you say another word about you, I'm going to slap the shit out of you. Like, what? So he didn't say all that, but he said it felt like that. He was just like, I don't want to hear anything else about this damn right, left side. It's football. Play it. I've been there when a coach don't rock with you. And it's okay. But the point is, Shedeur, you can't use that as an excuse or a reason. And Kevin Stefanski in this game ball situation had a good explanation, not a perfect explanation. We don't know if they give out multiple game balls. Look like they only gave out one. I don't know. If a guy in his last 4 games has 14 sacks, including 3 in this game, let's just say the game ball already is written. Give it to him. It ain't that deep, right? But nothing Kevin Stefanski does now will be looked at as good. All we got for Kevin Stefanski now is hate, hate, hate. Self-inflicted too, a lot of it. But unfortunately, not all of it. We have something to do with it as well. Okay, we're getting out of here. We're going to do our polls and we go. Okay, so let's start off with our rap poll. This is interesting. What's the best song on this album, which people sleep on, don't talk enough about because y'all don't like Game as much as y'all used to like Game, but this is a classic album right here. Okay? Which one? Y'all like, you see West Side Story, Easy, Love It or Hate It? The gun don't stop. I'm around the top. Beat up in the comments. I love reading these comments after the show. I'm like, oh, they said that song? Man, this album is so good. Golly, him and Dre rocking together, sick. Sitting on them Danas, this boy different. I got to give you my Game story real quick. First time I met Game was he was rapping at this club. He was just walking around like a normal dude. I don't think he was signed. Yeah, that's why. So he's just a dude. And I'm looking, I'm like, you know, me, I'm on the prowl. But I ain't moving much, but I'm looking, I'm like, I'm noticing, I'm like, this dude doing a lot. Turns out he grabs the mic. He was probably like doing this, you know, pre-production and stuff. Gets on. I'm like, wow. You know how you hear a lot of people freestyling and rapping and all that and all this. And I was like, him? I was like, wow. And I didn't think twice of it. I didn't know who he was, didn't look and inquire. And I was just like, dog, salute. Then it became Game. I was like, oh, that was the dude for the club. Then obviously I know him, and shout out to him and his family. And he ends up having kids with my childhood homegirl and all that. So small world, small world. Here's one. This is going to take us home. Woo! Who is your all-time favorite college football player? Let's start here. Reggie Bush, Vince Young, Lamar Jackson. I don't do any prep for this because I want it to be authentic. Charles Woodson, Tim Tebow, and is that Maurice Clarett? I wanted to look it up, but I was like, why? I'll let y'all beat it up in the comments. I think that's Maurice Clarett. Okay, let me tell you this. All right, let's go from 6 all the way to 1. It can't be him to me because I don't know who he is, but I think it's Maurice Clarett. Okay, so you're not it. Now, to be real, all these guys, obviously insane careers, but we got to get rid of Woodson right now, right? He ain't going to be it. No, actually, I wouldn't even get rid of him first. I'd get rid of Lamar, even though he won the Heisman, and then he played even better the year he didn't win the Heisman after that. But they lost too many games. They ain't give him credit. So this right column is gone. Then I'm going to get Woody out of here. He gone. Now all we got is Tim Tebow, Vince Young, and the Bush. That's my homeboy. We coached together too. Shout out to him and the family. Love, brother. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Vince Young got to go. Okay, and I know everybody gonna look at the last game and see what they did to USC. I mean, this is insane. They're all tremendous careers, way better than mine. But you got to go. Now we got Tebow and Bush. First of all, Barry Sanders should be up here because Barry Sanders is insane, but I digress. I hear you. I say we got to get rid of Reggie and it's Tim Tebow. And it's only because Tim Tebow transcended like insane college football play. Like Reggie was like a star, right? A star. I seen Reggie when he was in college. I knew Reggie when he first got drafted. We went out to eat one time, me, him, and the Kardashians and all. This dude was a star. I'm in the league. I'm me. I'm that dude. No. Move out the way. Let Reggie Bush come in. He was a star. But I also know Tim Tebow a little bit. Let's just say if you're around Tim Tebow, let's just say he's bigger than a star. It's like the Lord's presence, omnipresence, galaxies, universes. Like he's more than a star. People will faint when they see Tim Tebow, like that. People they talk like that. But when they see Reggie, they be like, oh, that's Reggie Bush. They get louder. When they get Tebow, they can't talk. I say Tim Tebow. But my favorite is Reggie, Tebow, and Barry Sanders are the top three if you really want to go there. All right. Well, love for you guys. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. I'm 51. Let me leave y'all with a speech. I'm glad I'm alive. Thank you very much. I love you. Thank you. No, in all seriousness, man, we're just beginning. We got some amazing things happening, amazing things coming. A lot of experiments in this month of December, including this, doing the lives every single day I can. And then just putting the content out there and then letting it grow and got some partnerships and amplify the message and just keep going out there. And say it like the guy who sat next to me at the Clippers game. Having the conversations with you guys that everyone's having, but they just scared to have, or they're protecting their brand, or, oh my God, that is just too controversial. I'm not gonna die with something on my chest or in my head. I'm gonna let it out there. Not just for you, not just for me, but for the itty bitties. So maybe one day they'll come back in the archives and say, that Wileyism really helped me. That topic really helped me. That's why we do this together, y'all. So love for you. Have an amazing November 30th. Go Chargers. I'll be at the game. If you at the game, come holler at your boy. Say blah, blah, blah. And we'll have some fun. Love you guys. Peace.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I preach the verse. Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so.
Yeah, and shout out to Andrew Nance, 95.